Welcome back to Pole Barn Garage, where today I'm going to try to get this 1968 Oldsmobile Toronado running and driving again for the first time in a very long time. This is a 1968 Toronado. We know that because of the bumper and the integrated cornering lights here. It is pretty dang rough. The whole dash and instrument cluster is still in place. This is my favorite part about these cars. That is a rotary speedometer. It spins like a drum. And the whole thing is just covered in buttons and doodads because it's from the future. It's a shame that somebody's knocked the glass out of it because it's actually fairly solid from what I can tell. Somebody's tried to jimmy the trunk, but that back bumper is in excellent condition, and the taillight lenses. Yeah, this side of the car looks buildable. It's got its glass. Yeah, you could get a windshield for this. I guess it would just depend on, is it worth it after sitting open all these years. These hubcaps, two hubcaps back here. Those are the original hubcaps. Oh man, the interior in this thing is gonna be rough. The real treat to these cars is under the hood. It's a Toronado. It's front wheel drive. GM called this the UP, UPP, Unitized Power Package. Huge V8, automatic transmission, squeezed into the front drive of a full-size car. This being a 68, that is the first year for the 455, and assuming that this is a base 455, which it seems to be, it is a 375 horse 455, producing I think 450 foot-pounds or so. It's a healthy motor if it's any good. I'll be honest with you, that's why I bought it. I bought this car a year and a half ago for really cheap, like 500 bucks, and it had been just sitting with the glass knocked out of it, and so I drug it over here and dumped it, figuring I'll do something with it maybe. And then I kind of forgot about it, but now I remembered, and I'm like, well, maybe we should see if that Oldsmobile's any good. We might need that motor, or, I mean, who knows? Maybe the thing turns out to be like a usable car. Here's our mission. I want to find out, do we have a good 375 horse Oldsmobile, or do we have a car? Because I do have a title to this car. That is a possibility, although it is very, very rough, and a Toronado doesn't bring a ton of money. I mean, you could buy a pretty nice one for maybe $5 or $6 grand. There is one little problem here. I just chained it to this tree and then drove my trailer away. We're gonna have to do something about that. The chain has quite a bit of tension on it. Be free, Toronado. Tires are rolling. So I would love to put this in the shop. It would be a real nightmare to try to get it in as is. I bet you if this motor is free, we could probably drive it in. I did not really take a close look at it earlier, but immediately I saw we were missing some things like a radiator. We're missing the carburetor, which makes sense because the quadrajet on this would be worth $1 or $2. But it's had this bag over it, and it looks pretty clean in there. I don't see any debris. What the hell is that? Cricket? Yep. This is a problem. The throttle cable's been cut and is frozen. Everything else seems to be here. Check out this battery. This is an old battery. It's still held down, actually. Honda! It's got the sights in it. That's an old battery. Well, I suppose first things first, let's throw a bar on it and see if the thing moves. Now, all these Oldsmobiles, there's a cover bolted to the lower pulley. It covers up the balancer bolt, so I gotta get in here and remove that. I don't know what the point of that is, but every Oldsmobile's got one. Since the radiator's conveniently gone, let me get this shroud out of my way to make my life easier. It's in really good shape. Oh, cool. A brown recluse. Oh, shit. Look at that.
Yes.
It doesn't even feel bad. Hell yeah. That motor is worth double what I paid for this car. I gave $600 for this. That is awesome. Get to work, cat.
Lulu. What are you doing?
What do you think the odds are of finding any keys in here? Slim? None left town?
Seems like I'm about to find out here in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll get the shop vac out to suck off the engine there. Then we'll also get the shop vac in here. Good thing is most of this seems compostable. You could probably just slide it right on out. Is your garden trail out?
Yes.
Going ant farming?
Yeah, pretty much.
God. Alright, I'm gonna go get a shop vac. Oh, more. I think I take ants over poop. I mean, the ants won't kill you.
No, they're just an annoyance.
I want to point something out. Look at that battery tray. It ain't even rusty. I think the ants saved it. I'm reasonably confident that this thing is going to run. So let's go ahead and start the process. Let's see what the points look like. Oh yeah, everything's there and accounted for. Everything looks pretty good in here. Maybe a little sticky. Let's pop the rotor off and we can maybe check out the mechanical advance, make sure it is functional. We can clean the points up while we're here. Centrifugal advance mechanism's pretty sticky, pretty frozen. We're gonna have to exercise it. There she goes. Now she's working. Try to clean up these points. Just take a piece of 180 sandpaper and stick it between them and run it back and forth. You can see the black carbon that comes off. That's pretty typical. Just want to make sure you get them as clean as you can. And when you think you've got them clean, open them up again and take you a cloth or a rag and drag a rag in between them. That's going to get any other debris out of there. Let's move on to something else here. We need to get some kind of carburetor on here. I'm going to try to get this thing going with basically whatever I have on hand. So I've got this really crappy old Edelbrock. It's not great, but I know it ran. And then got this, really crappy Mr. Gasket adapter. And various other crappy things that I will be applying to this just to make it proof of concept here. So make sure she functions. Ta-da! Oh, it's gonna rub on the intake, isn't it? Oh, I see. This is very similar to a Cadillac intake. See how the carb flange is actually lower than the intake runners. The fuel has to go down and then come back up. Try to tweak this carb. We don't get a choke fast idle anymore, but maybe it'll fit the car. Oh yeah, I think that will work. Maybe. Ghetto, but that's why I used this crappy, cheap carburetor I had laying around. There. See, with some subtle modifications, you too can do this. It grabs a little. That's fine. That's cruise control. I was just about to start reaching down to the starter to try to put a battery cable on it. It's got an external solenoid. Yeah, a little junction block here. So I just have to run a cable from here to the battery now. And we can jump that out and crank the engine over.
Sounds like the fire department going by, and we haven't even caught anything on fire yet.
Yeah, that'd be by later. Barely get my hands in here to get to the negative cable. But using a couple of cables I had laying around, we'll be able to toss a battery in it real quick. Random 5-year-old battery. Check. Perfect. You see this purple wire here? That's your crank wire. It's going elsewhere. I'm not sure where exactly. Ah! Alright, here we go. Come on, starter. Aha! Hear the Bendix click out of the starter there. It was stuck out into the flex plate. Alright, I'll go get a jack. I'm gonna have to at least hit the starter a couple of times or something. It might start working, you never know. Here's the starter, but that's not a typical Oldsmobile starter, is it? I'll give it a couple smacks, see if that helps. Come on. Maybe we get lucky and there's just a bunch of rat nests in here or something. Awfully clean looking. It's definitely heavily worn though. Yeah, look at that gear. Just rolled the motor over and there is definitely a little mouse house in there.
Crank it a little bit more. Whoa. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Found it.
That might have done it.
You want to crank it a bit more and see if there's any more in there?
Yeah, we better.
Okay.
A decent amount.
Ugh.
See if this thing works. Come on now. Oh, there we go. Yeah. There it goes. Seems like it's working now. I think I'm gonna toss it back on. Maybe it'll work now. Something was clearly stuck, and I think that mouse nest probably had something to do with it. You hear that, like, it's cranking, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It's got 1 or 2 cylinders that are kind of low right now. That's very typical. The rings are just stuck. What needs to happen is the car's got to run, and it's just got to get some heat built in it, and it'll come back to life, or it won't, but it's an Oldsmobile. It'll come back to life. These are good motors. There it is. Well, how about we see if we have some spark? I'm just going to jump the coil straight to this little junction block here just to test it since we don't have keys. I should have an ignition switch coming tomorrow, but this will work for now. Okay, so you see how that sparks like this? Anytime you see a spark trying to jump to a connection you're making, that means there's a load on it. So that means that coil is accepting voltage. So there's no shorts on the primary side of it. Now it could still be bad, but it's a good sign. We're going to pull off the distributor side of our coil lead. We're going to ignorantly assume that that wire's any good at all. When the points are closed, the condenser's charging, the coil's charged, and then when we open the points, it should discharge through the path of least resistance, which is, of course, the coil lead. And it does. Oh yeah. Working just like it should. That is the simplicity of an old car. It works. That's it. A piece of sandpaper. You're good to go. Drive it for another 50,000 miles. I'm going to be like extra lazy ass and just replace the broken plug wires, or the eaten ones. Not 1, but 2 racing red spark plug wires. But not even 2. 5 racing red spark plug wires, because I don't have an Allen to take that apart right now. There we go. She's a V13. I'm going to plug some vacuum ports just for now. The back of the carb. And just in case there's anything in the gas tank and this fuel pump works, let's make sure that that doesn't suck up anything. Give it a little 2-stroke gas. Fill the bowl with it. Yep, make a mess. We're going to start a big fire, and then this pine tree will be gone.
We were basically on top of pine mulch.
Yes.
Oh boy, I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, anything goes wrong here, she's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna go. It sounds good. Runs decent. I'm gonna let it run out of gas. Listen how quiet it is. Listen to that. That thing runs freaking good, man. It's just ready to go, I guess. It's what? She ran out of gas. It just ran for a good solid 30 seconds. It runs quiet as a mouse. I'm not surprised. I mean, it's an Oldsmobile. Something uked. Oh, transmission cooler line's got a rust hole in it. That means there's transmission fluid in it and the pump works though. That's good. I want to drive it. You know, I've never driven a Toronado. That is one good thing about cheap, probable engine donors. You get to experience the car. So I get to drive it around and go, yeah, I would like to have a Toronado. Or maybe, now I do not want a Toronado. That, who knows? You just never know. Don't knock it till you try it. Well, I really ought to be working on that. But Travis and Rick showed up. And Jim, you're here to buy this.
Yes.
From Rick.
And harass you.
Mostly that one. And Travis, you're here to buy a truck. But you had to get here somehow. You drove the 64 New Yorker here. And then I bought it.
Because that's what you do. That's what you do.
I know. I have a problem.
These orphan cars, you just buy them.
I mean, I couldn't just let it go to anybody.
Look at the stately lines on the thing.
I know, it's awful. We're going to hang out, shoot the shit, whatever. I'll get back on the Toronado here in a little bit.
We're going to shoot something.
Yeah, I've had this radiator sitting out here for a minute. I wonder if that'll fit that Toronado. It's a little undersized, but... well, it's a lot undersized, actually. I don't like that radiator as much as this radiator. I think this one will fit better. Toss it in. Jim is here.
Better fit is more gooder.
He bought this truck from Rick, Travis's dad.
Yep.
And we actually just went and we had to go do some running around. You're going to see it coming soon, but it's something you've been waiting for.
The first load this hauled is a very special payload.
Yes, a very special engine.
Yes. Call it lunch out of the random blue.
It was ready to go after 2 years.
It's like, okay, I guess I know what we're doing this afternoon.
But now, I want to try to get this thing to move under its own power.
That would be nice.
Yes.
I ain't pushing it.
No, not this. Could be tough to do on these fine wheels it's got.
Yeah.
They're kind of organic. Let's try to get a radiator in this thing, and then we could put a transmission cooler in it as well. Because I don't want to hurt any of that stuff. That's very key. Even if the car becomes a donor, we have to protect everything from the firewall forward. Yeah, it's definitely still too narrow, but it is shorter.
Yes.
That'll work, and I know that's a good radiator. I insisted on putting the fan tray on.
Yeah, I know. So, where's the bolts?
Right here.
In the air cleaner. I always store the bolts in the air cleaner.
You should.
Yeah. And then you fire it up. Then you remember, where was the bolt? And then you fire up the engine.
And it sucks them down.
Sucks it in. And you go, oh, there it was.
I got a cheap and crappy transmission cooler for it. Professionally installed.
Getting there.
As quickly and poorly as possible. Let's get the old oil out of this thing before we run it anymore.
I'm ready to free ball pour in the new oil because I have such a great track record with that.
That oil's actually really, really clean. It ain't bad. For oil, to replace it, we have AMSOIL Z-Rod. That has all the zinc that your engine needs. That is sponsored to me by an AMSOIL dealer who I'm working with because basically I can give you guys a little bit of a discount on this stuff. So if you go to this link right here, and I'll put it in the description, you can order this AMSOIL through him and save some money. It's an independent dealer. He's a fan of the channel, just like you guys. Now the oil's changed. We have a radiator. It's not hooked up to anything.
Fuel system's installed.
Fuel system's done. Boat tank.
Yes.
Convenient. You can just put it right through the window.
Yeah, you don't even have to get out of the seat.
No, this is kind of dumb, but I'm kind of lazy. I'm gonna put an ignition switch in it because I don't have keys, and I just think this would make life a lot easier. Let's steal it.
Yeah.
There she is.
All right.
Ooh, it had a light on it.
That was holding up the whole thing.
Probably. This is how easy it was to steal a car in 1968. You just plug another ignition switch in, and then it's yours.
There you go. Sounds like you know a little something about this.
I mean, only a little. It's been a few years.
Prior life, prior profession.
You have my keys right here, officer.
That's right.
Did I do it? I think I did it.
You did the thing?
I did it.
Well, there you go.
Behold. One stolen Oldsmobile.
You're actually even going to install it back in the dash?
Does it shift?
Yeah, just went up to park.
It didn't shift before. It's healing. All right, you gonna crank?
And let's see if it does anything. Oh, hey, I got an oil pressure light.
All right.
I hear a starter relaying.
Oh, hang on. I don't have it plugged in.
Oh,
I have it disconnected. Starter hooked back up.
okay. I hear a relaying.
Yeah, something's trying. Do it again. Oh. Okay. Well, that was hard. See how good this thing runs?
There we go. Let's hook the rest of it up and go for a drive.
All right.
We might need some tires.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's next mission. Does anything work in this vehicle, Jim?
I got an oil pressure light.
Damn. If any of the electric stuff works, that would be maybe
Ooh.
a saving grace.
Let's see if the lighter works.
Oh, hell, that's a cigarette
radio.
lighter.
Yeah. But I have an oil pressure light.
Yeah, what about,
I'm seeing if the cigarette lighter works. We got to get the important shit.
oh, is this headlight a twist? It's not a pull. No cigarette?
Dalton, it works. It's warm.
Are you serious?
Yes, it warmed up.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. Let's try it again.
Here, I'll turn on the blower motor. Put your face down there.
Yeah, I'll be right up on that. Antivirus, here we come.
Damn it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, well.
Here. Tell me if that ain't warm.
It's the cigarette lighter works.
Yes, we can charge our cell phone. See if the windows don't work, any of them.
Right.
Oh my God, hang on a second.
Are you shitting me?
Push down. Hit it. All right, go up.
It doesn't just work. It works decent.
Go down. We gotta let it air out.
Trips the breaker.
Okay. It's trying.
There it goes.
Oh my God. Go down. There we go. That one's down.
What?
Can you get the tilt down? Because that's like, it is in full ghetto mode. There you go.
There it goes. How the hell?
Oh, that's that. Keep going. In case it stops. To go as far as you can.
Jim, how the hell is this shit working?
Because this is back when they built cars to last.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. It's been sitting without a windshield for like 30 years.
Yeah, and starting a planter.
Yeah, I'm gonna put corn in it.
Officially shuttling parts to the tire shop.
Jim, I had an epiphany.
What is this epiphany?
I bought a set of brand new tires from 1980.
That's right, down in New Mexico.
Uh-huh. Let's go get those.
Let's put those on it.
They're the right
size. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah, those will be great. Just go down yonder in the corner.
Way down yonder to the tire tree.
Yes. That's where they grow.
You know, pick a couple tires off the tree.
Yes.
We can do that.
The Ludwig van.
The tires grow here?
Yes, in the van. I probably should have brought a gun. I don't know what's living in here.
Or who? Maybe you got a meth person in there.
Tweak, tweak. No.
No tweakers? Okay. New tires falling out of the sky. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, these puppies are brand new tires from I don't know when, but they're old as hell. And I really don't trust them, like, on anything I care about, but they're cool, and I only gave $100 for them.
And they got lots of tread because we're only going to mount the front.
Yeah, just the fronts, at least for now.
Yeah, for now. Yep.
That's gonna go boom.
Well, let's take it over here. That's not bad. That wasn't bad at all. Anti-climactic.
Yeah, those are gonna look sharp, man. Do you know this car originally came with radial tires in 1968? Firestone specially designed a radial tire to support the weight of this driveline in the front.
So are you saying this car's heavy up front?
Let me just fill her up there. You know,
Yep.
very normal.
That's probably enough to be dangerous.
I want to be real dangerous. We'll fire it up, check transmission.
I'm afraid that belt's gonna kill me.
It didn't come off, but it is just about to, like seconds away from it, probably.
The alternator belt?
Yeah. I don't know why. There, now it's not a problem. Alright, we got to figure out some sort of throttle device. It's a multi-use belt.
Yes.
We
It's
just-
a little warm.
It's kind of warm, yeah.
It's been slipping.
Oh, is that too short?
No.
There we go. Now, oh yes.
You should go the other way though, so that.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant there. Let me get like one zip tie, and then that'll be perfect.
Okay.
Gentle test pull. Oh yeah. All right, let me get a spring. There's some of this spring left. I think I could salvage it. Fixed.
Oh yeah.
That's good. Oh yeah. Get her to the shop. Oh, he's gonna drive through my wall for sure.
As I went in, it was bottoming out of the frame on the ground, and I bottomed out. I was dragging the bottom of the car.
Oh yeah, took some of my concrete with it.
It runs great.
Damn thing runs strong as hell. Look at that. You guys impressed?
Is that our broken belt?
Yeah, no, that's
Well, no,
our
it's the one that was really flat here.
Oh, it's your broken
I was
belt.
just going,
Well, she's in the shop now. I want to see what's in the trunk.
let's do it.
Open sesame.
I thought you said it didn't come with a trunk key. It didn't come with a trunk key. You supplied with the trunk
I had to
key.
get my own.
Spare.
Yeah, hell, there's one good tire right there. And a CB antenna.
And an actual bumper jack.
And also, the floors are kind of roachy.
Well, only if you look up there. If you look down here, it's not bad.
It is all
What the
flat.
hell's that noise?
Is it this?
Yes.
Have we angered something? That rust really isn't much, is it?
No, that presents a problem.
I know. I was really hoping there wouldn't be a trunk in this.
Then you could feel a lot better about saying, fuck it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can. I can't personally pull the engine out of this car and put it in something else. It's just not that bad. 68 Oldsmobile Toronado. It's not worth anything. I mean, you could go buy a running driving car for $5,000 probably.
So why don't we just get a throttle cable, fix the brakes, and drive it.
And then take on the wasteland in my front-wheel drive Interceptor. Welcome to the future, where I'm editing the video that you are watching currently, and also enjoying some AG1 to start my day. You guys have seen me drinking AG1, taking it for years now. I did find something better. It's AG1's next-gen formula. Now it has upgraded probiotics and micronutrients in it, and it's backed by 4 clinical studies. What AG1 did, and now does even better for me, is fill the nutrient gaps whenever your diet isn't the best, like mine. The probiotics are tremendous for your gut health. If you drink AG1 every day, it's gonna make a difference for you. For the better. For the better meaning more regular, like it's more normal looking. Alright, I'll stop. Less than $3 a day, you can have AG1 in your life. And if you use my code and order now, you're gonna get a shaker. You're going to get the metal storage can that you see me use sometimes. You're also going to get free travel packs too, which I really like when we're on the road. AG1 has made a really positive difference in my life and my kind of overall well-being, and I think it'll do the same for you. Go give it a shot. I'm going to get back to editing. Let's get back to fixing that Oldsmobile. Well, Jim had a split. Weirdly enough, I think I'm going to start on brakes next. Let's get this thing up in the air and see what we're working with as far as drums and stuff go. Those are factory shocks. They got the spiral on them. Also, look at that. You want some? Also, look at this. What? They look like brand new. Bearings feel good. The shoes look fine. Even that wheel cylinder looks decent. It's like they were just done almost. You're not going to believe this. There's brake fluid in it. Sorta. I mean, some. I'm really having a conundrum here. I don't know what to do with this. The car isn't good. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, the bumpers are straight, but they're pretty rusty, and the car's rustier than I thought. But it is salvageable, like if you really wanted one. Pause. Let's look at underneath the car. Look at the floors and the frame. Because I don't know what to do. I mean, it's not good. Floor braces are totally separated. Yeah, that body brace is actually gone. That's not good. So it's not as solid as I thought. It is, yeah, even the front floor is separated. It's pretty damn rusty. The frame itself looks okay. I don't know, man. I mean, it's crusty, but it's not bad. Floors are totally roached. Frame is good. Mechanically, the car is probably really good. That doesn't condemn the car to be scrapped. Mad Max Interceptor it is. I did order a windshield, but it won't be here for about a month. So, hopefully it shows up, but I do have one coming. Even if I do Mad Max, I still want a real windshield so I can actually drive the car on the road, you know. I've been trying to get to the brake adjuster on this thing, but I can't find the star wheel for some reason. I'm going to gently beat around on it and just try to pop this drum off. There she goes. Maybe. I'm just going to use my puller. And I think the key to using any kind of puller is to make sure to put your face directly in the line of fire. That's why I couldn't get to the damn brake adjuster. It's way down here, and the hole is up here. I don't know. I guess if you knew where it was, you'd be able to do it. But look at that. I don't got to put shoes on it. Wheel cylinder looks a little crummy, but overall, that's runnable. It's time for you to put something you've learned to the test. Don't worry about my extra plug wires. It's a V13. We all know that. Now, you think you can change that master cylinder by yourself?
Yeah.
Think you can bench bleed the new one too?
Maybe.
Alright. I'm going to pop some new wheel cylinders in the front. The rear brakes look fine. probably just going to leave them alone. See if I get the bleeders broke free. Break the lines.
Not going to.
You think it'll just come right off, huh? Give it a wiggle. Work it back and forth. There you go. There you go. Wiggle it. The wiggle is key. Got to get it broke free from the tube itself. Brake line roulette. Are we going to get it or no?
You're not going to get it.
No.
Ooh.
Not that one. What are you doing?
What?
I don't know. What are you doing?
This is very rusty and it has disgusting stuff on it, so I'm cleaning it off.
Oh, of course. Yeah, master cylinder was leaking real bad. That's right. AC Delco. I didn't cheap out. It was the cheapest one. That doesn't look like it. That looks like a Corvette master cylinder. We're going to compare the two. You want to check the line sizes. So pull those yellow shipping plugs out.
Yeah, I think it's right.
So pull this front one out again. Yeah, compare the bore size, the piston. And you also want to compare the style of rod it takes. See how they both have a pocket?
Mm-hmm.
That means they're good to go. I think the bore size is very similar.
Yeah.
And then your mounting flange, of course, which is the same. So it's just a little bit different style, but it'll work.
So we're just going to plug these little plugs, and then we're going to fill it up halfway with brake fluid on each one. We'll just take a screwdriver and pump it. Then there's bubbles that come up. And I have to do this until the bubbles stop to get all the air out. The bubbles have stopped. We have really good pressure.
How does one get the wheel cylinder out here?
Well, you don't.
I guess not. See, the thing is, I need to. I'll take this shoe off, I guess, and see if I can get it out through the front.
Yeah.
These are weird. And the brake hose, it bolts to the upper ball joint. There's a bracket that goes on the ball joint.
Huh.
I just cut it off. I'm not doing that. Well, I got it in there. I had to disassemble the whole brake. Well, I didn't have to, but it was aggravating me. I wish I could tell you how I got it in here, but basically I just wiggled it around for like 15 minutes until I found the only way it will fit in between the hub. And on a normal car, you just remove the hub and it's not in the way. Well, this is front-wheel drive, so I believe in order to remove that, I gotta pull the axle, don't I? I ain't doing that. Got this knocked out, got the rubber hose on. I have to make a brake line that goes to the proportioning valve, wherever the hell that is. Brake line's not the easiest thing to get to. Kinda had to make my own access hole. But I think if we heat it up, it might come loose. I'm going to use my locking pliers. Got it.
Nice.
Haha.
Cool.
Locking pliers for the win. I'm going to make a brake line with my SUR and R flare tool. I'm going to use my SUR and R deburring tool. This is a quality piece here. This damn thing's so sharp, you gotta be kind of careful you don't cut it too much. Then I'm going to make all my bends with my SUR and R bending pliers. Like this. Wow. This lets you make really narrow bends, especially when you're trying to hook up to a proportioning valve. It's always a pain in the butt. And this is the SUR and R flare tool, of which I am a huge fan. And this is the whole reason that I started even talking about it. And basically you guys bothered them enough that they sent me the rest of that stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you, this flare tool will change your life. With its pistol grip design, I've been using this same kit, what, 3 years now probably?
Yep.
I've had it a while. I haven't had a single issue out of it. And it makes a perfect flare every time, no doubt about it. I'm going to get this set in here. I'm going to make a couple of flares. If you want to see a whole process on it, I've shown it a lot in videos. I'm just going to knock this line out real quick. Look at that. That's a nice 90 there. Those are handy as hell. That brake is done. New wheel cylinder, new hose, and I got it hooked up to the original line. I'm sure that's fine. Got a new master cylinder on. So we'll bleed them out, try to get some brakes out of the thing, and then we'll work on a cooling system and button up a few odds and ends. I have returned today and gotten these rear brake bleeders loose. So I'm going to bleed the brakes. JD is off earning a couple of bucks mowing lawns, so I'm gonna just try to bleed them myself to see if we get any action out of them. A little bit of brake fluid in a cup with a hose hooked to the bleeder, and I will go push the brake pedal and hope it bleeds. I didn't replace the rubber hose on the back because I couldn't get one. I looked at the steel line, it's there. It doesn't look like it's rotted through, so we'll find out. Okay, you guys let me know if we get any action. No, nothing at all. Great. Oh, I see a drip. Whoop. Probably needs that front to rear line. Yep. Okay. I don't know if this is convenient or not, but I don't have to go all the way to the junction block. There's a little T up here on the side of the frame. If I can get that out of there, then I just replace, well, a little less line. Just a straight shot, pretty much. I think I can get it off there. You're supposed to remove the inner fender to get to it, but that's not going to happen. Sometimes you're better off just snapping off a brake line than being able to get a socket on it. You people out west, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you guys in the Rust Belt do. And this ain't even the Rust Belt, but cars are plenty rusty. Oh, what a disaster. Now I gotta replace that rubber hose. I've got a few in stock, so hopefully one will fit. Well, I think I've got the brake line situation figured. I found a T I had laying around. The Toronado seems to take some sort of unique line to thread into that, and I can't find it. What we're gonna do is use this brake line T, which is for something else, and then we'll just thread our wheel lines into that, and it'll work. And we do have a special guest. This is Mr. Skink. He showed up. Looks like someone got a hold of his tail, poor guy. But I do believe he is the original owner of this vehicle. So what do you think, Mr. Skink? You think we ought to like work on this thing some more, or I don't know? Should we? What do you think? Should we just pull the motor out of it, or no comment, huh? All right, fair enough. JD's back. Wanna bleed some brakes?
Yeah.
All right.
Holding.
I can't get any fluid out of the rears. The fronts are working. We may end up having to pop a couple wheel cylinders in back here. Maybe something's plugged up inside of them. I'm not sure. No leaks though. That's good. The rear brakes are more important than the fronts on this car. We need rear brakes to do burnouts. All right, while I do this real quick, Jay, I need you to go get the mud tires off of your Kia.
Okay. Okay, these are the mud tires that are on my Kia. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these off. And there we go. They're loaded up. Let's bring them back, and that'll be really cool on the Toronado.
I got the new wheel cylinders in here. We'll see if we can get some rear brakes out of it. We're still having a hard time. We got good front brakes, but we have fluid to the rear brakes now. Fluid coming out of the cylinders, but pressure very intermittently, so just gonna make sure there's no air in the master cylinder and do a real quick bleed of the rear reservoir. I got my finger in the hole.
Okay.
Just hit the brakes and hold them. Okay, let off. I suspect this is not the right master cylinder for this system. Basically, if you like stand on the brakes like real hard, I can get some pressure out of the rears. But other than that, I can't get hardly anything. However, we do have brakes. I mean, it will stop, and I guess that'll just be good enough.
Okay.
Maybe if the car is worth it in the future, I'll care more. But right now, nah. JD's gonna replace that numbers matching radiator hose. Mm-hmm. That isn't. It's original.
Wow.
It's worth money. We should hoard it. While you do that, I'm gonna try to figure out a throttle cable. This shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. Oh. Hey, look. Daylight. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. All we need, you get the old one out, and then just hook our cable through the pedal itself, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. These universal throttle cables are pretty easy going. I just bolt and nut them to the firewall. I add a huge fender washer to them just to make sure they don't pull through. The washers they supply aren't big enough. These are pretty good. They fit into GM cars especially well. We just feed our cable through the throttle pedal thingy here into our throttle cable housing. That's that end of things. And there we go. We're gonna be just long enough. That's the big washer I was telling you about. I'm just using the factory throttle bracket. Gotta figure out how long it's gotta be. It has this little arm here with a set screw, and you just screw it onto the end and you're done. Pulling the thermostat. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Good thing you did.
Mm-hmm. Pretty bad.
I don't...
Disgusting in there. Oh.
Is it that bad? Oh no. Should we get the garden hose?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's do it. Almost wrapped up here anyway. This is the second time this has happened to me with this same throttle cable kit. The supplied carburetor stud doesn't fit the cable. This is all from the same kit. It doesn't fit. I'm gonna hog this out a little bit. Yeah.
You got full throttle.
Nice. There's less car here by the minute. Oh boy. Well, we'll do a flush on it, but you gotta figure out some hoses first. And they're like 4 days out on getting a hose for this thing. So we found this one at O'Reilly. It's similar-ish. Cut it in that bend.
Yeah.
And that's gonna get you...
Because we do.
You need the fat piece.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we got the lower hose figured out. Still have to make an upper hose. Let's flush it. Stick it down the thermostat housing first. Oh, it looks clean.
Yeah. Well.
Kinda. Throw a new thermostat in with a new bypass hose, and I'm going to loop the heater hoses together just for peace of mind. Then we'll fill her up with coolant, and then we should change the fuel pump. Then this thing really should be ready to drive. Oh crap, we got to mount those tires too. But after that, I think I'm going to change some of the vacuum lines. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Is that normal?
Yes.
I think I could put a dent in the car with this. We are making an upper hose because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy one. So we're going to have to bridge this 90 to that piece of old flex hose there using this piece of trampoline. And the last time I did this, I used spot welds all around the edge, which works. And then some of you guys said to do this. Just take a pair of dikes and crimp it out like this, and it gives you a little flare. Just a little bit of a kick out there just to hold the hose on when it gets under pressure. Pretty damn smart, if you ask me. That's why I do read my comments. Oh, that's professional there. You can see the galvanized pipe, so you know it's pro.
Yeah.
I don't know what I hate more, clicky clacks or Chinese fuel pumps. That's even a Carter. Like, I've had pretty good luck with Carters, but I don't know about that one. It works.
Yeah.
Mechanical fuel pumps are a lot better for carbureted engines. It goes upside down on an Oldsmobile. I'm going to leave this with you. I'm going to go tear off your mud tires off those other wheels and get that into things going. Ooh. Probably nothing wrong with it.
Probably not.
No, it's fine. I never did test it. I just figured it would go bad pretty much immediately. Well, you got your fuel pump on, right?
Yep.
Mud tires are on. Well, not on the car, but mounted. What we got to do now? We got to fill her up, right? Coolant. Yeah. So we're just going to run straight water until we know this thing's any good. But just in case it does hold its liquids, this will keep it from rusting up over the summer. Put some of this hyper cool in there. What do we got to do next? Fuel system. Need to relocate the boat tank. And belts. Definitely need belts. You just took off the power steering belt.
Yes.
Look at that. That is the original power steering belt. Got GM part number stamped on it. If it was a replacement, it'd be an AC belt. No leaks?
No leaks.
I'll take that. Get a fuel filter. And run a fuel filter and a line to the carb from here. Just run a rubber line to the boat tank, like in the back seat for now. And we'll do something more permanent later, but just for now, put it out back in the car proper. Yeah. You going for the windshield fuel routing, or gonna try to go under the car?
We'll try under the, well, maybe there's a hole in the firewall or something.
I'm sure there's no holes anywhere. Already daylight showing. Perfect. Oh, dude, ideal.
Wow, yeah.
That fits perfect.
Right there, and then you go through there. Oh,
What?
termites,
Ooh.
roly-polies. Next layer.
Feel free to tear out whatever you want. Oh, there's definitely going to be a hole in the
We could
firewall.
probably make one.
Poke it with a screwdriver. More bees are flying out.
Oh.
Where's their hive? I didn't see any beehives in here. That's a honeybee too. That ain't a carpenter bee. That means there's honey in it. Well, I got the belts on. Those are done. While JD finishes up our custom fuel system, I'm gonna try to cobble together a decent set of spark plug wires for this thing. They're all pretty rough. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to pull one spark plug. And we're going to take a look at this one spark plug and judge the entire engine off of it. And if it looks okay, then we're just going to ignore it. And it does look beautiful. That looks pretty much perfect. A little rich maybe. I'm fine with it. No oil at all. That's a fine looking fuel line you got there.
Yeah.
You always like them to run on top of the engine. Preheats the fuel for the wintertime. If you squint, it looks like I got a high dollar set of plug wires on this thing. They're all new. They just don't necessarily match. Why I only have 5 or 6 red plug wires, I don't know. See, now I've fully dressed up the engine with this knockoff Pontiac air cleaner that I had. Those are really cool, and they're only like $60 from Speedway. Pro tip. Let's get our cool mud tires on and get this thing on the ground.
Hey, look at this.
Does it look cool? Oh yeah.
It does.
Kind of wish I had 2 more. Oh yeah, that's badass. Well, it's up in the air. I need to fix this.
Okay.
Let me grab my body camera real quick. God, man. They really built a freaking car back then. This ain't no tin can.
There we go.
That needs carefully massaged, is all. That's cool. Yeah, it looks like the Pikes Peak car that they raced up Pikes Peak. It was Bobby Unser did that, I think. Want to see if it runs?
Sure.
With our fuel pump and your custom fuel system.
Yep.
Is it going to burst into flames?
I don't know. Got fuel.
That carburetor's kind of a piece of shit. I could probably come up with something better if it is worth it. Hey, unhook the battery.
Unhook the battery?
Yeah, see if it's charging.
Alright.
You could use water to break up carbon on your valves and pistons. It does a pretty good job of it. That's a very old school trick, but it works. That carburetor is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't look very good.
Yeah, not really.
Might be worth a flush.
Another flush, yeah.
Yeah. Looks better already.
Yeah.
Getting the broken glass out.
I'll do that, and then I'll
Yeah.
clean out in there too.
Probably a good idea. The Toronado is going to be a tornado of poop and such. I got a carb kit and a couple of carbs for my dad. I think that kit is for AFB. He had this AFB competition series here. If I remember right, it was only on a car for like a day or two. And it had some trash in it, and we think it plugged something up. So I'm going to start with that one. He also had this really, really sketchy looking Carter over here. Yeah, we'll go with this one first. Edelbrock's and Carters are pretty easy going carburetors to go through. 9 times out of 10 you just clean them up and they work. We'll remove all the screws in the top, pull the top plate off, hopefully just give it a rinse out, bolt it on, and it should be good to go. Meanwhile, oh, that's cool. Warranty information. What a shame.
Owner's manual.
Oh, yikes. Don't die.
Oh.
Okay.
Not that hard to pull out.
Are you really going for it? You just gonna rip this out?
Yeah, take. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, ooh.
Look.
I knew there was a hole there, but huh. All right.
You just want me to rip it all out?
Yeah, rip it out if you want to.
Can it look there?
It's gonna make our lives better. Meanwhile, on the carburetor front, it doesn't look bad at all in here, but you see this like corrosion looking stuff here? That's ethanol fuel. What can ethanol fuel do for you? Clog everything up. That's what it can do for you. So my guess is needle and seats probably screwed. Give it a basic rinse out, it'll be okay. Pulling out the Venturis now just to get a look at them, and they look perfectly fine. They're clean. If you want to really make sure, just take you a shot of carb clean or brake clean and blast them out. Edelbrocks and Carters use this little screen here, and that protects the needle and seat from getting trash in it so it doesn't stick open. But what they're really good at is plugging up immediately. You can run without those, and that's what I'm going to do. So far I haven't had to open my rebuild kit, which means I could use that to rebuild that other Carter instead. These needle and seats don't look bad at all. They're just kind of gummy. How's that going, JD?
Good.
Have you caught hantavirus yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me know if you do. I'm getting her buttoned up now. Put the metering rods back in. I gotta put all the screws back in and hook up the linkages. Then we'll throw it on the car and see if it's more gooder or more badder. This is like way, way better in here. You just gotta get the gas pedal professionally attached, you know. Zip tie it right onto the arm. Oh, that's working great.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We might have to come up with a more permanent solution, but just, you know, it's kind of hard to drive.
I mean, it's not.
You can't put your foot on anything. There's no floor.
You got right there.
There's no floor. I could probably take that carb kit and rebuild this now. I didn't like that carb plate that I found. I ordered this cheapy Chinese one to replace it in my stock. I think I'm going to go ahead and just install it on this. I don't think that other one was sealing. I don't know why I think this one will seal. Oh wow, those just... oh, god dang it, that's right. The intake is weird, I forgot about that. I don't want to bend this one, so I don't want to screw the carb up. I'm just going to cut it off. You want to try that carb out?
Yeah.
Now it's squirting. Alright. Let's see what happens. Got halfway decent brakes. Oh. There it goes. Holy shit. Ballsy. Oh, the speedometer worked. Too cool, man. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Well, let's take her down the road. Not far, just a little bit. See how it drives. Your gas pedal sucks, by the way. That carburetor is idled up super high. I think that bracket moved, but I don't want to look at it, so it's fine. The brakes aren't half bad. This thing has been sitting for how long? 30 some years? And we're about to take it down the road. Damn! It drives perfect! This part isn't very good! It drives wonderful. We're doing 55. It's pretty gutsy. It'd probably do a good burnout without mud tires on it.
Probably.
How does this drive just smooth as silk? I mean, I have nice cars that don't drive as good as this.
Yeah, this has mud tires on it.
Yeah. That is not bad for a 5,000-pound car. JD,
Yes,
I believe your radiator hose has failed.
it has.
That would seem to be what I think has happened, yes. Well, let's limp it home.
Yes.
Yes, I don't even want to look. All right, don't open your mouth because you might get antifreeze in you. We got to get her back home. I think that radiator hose popped, but also I've been driving like a jackass and I don't want the cops to show up, so. Whew. All right, let's get her in and let her cool off.
Yeah. Don't got the light on yet.
No, no hot light. I think just our patch job probably came apart, but I suppose we'll see. Stop. It's the throttle blade stuck open. Ah, yes. Go shut the key off. There. Okay, she might have got a little warm.
Yeah, probably now.
There, sorry, my mic. She might have got a little warm. Had to snuff it out. I think oh yeah, look. This moved. Mm-hmm. So it lets the freaking throttle hang open a little bit. And we lost a vacuum plug. Oh my God.
Where is it?
When did it fly out?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was when the wind got a lot worse.
Oh, when we were... Because it was going right through.
I didn't even think about that happening. Yeah, it just slipped off. I don't want to... We're pretty much done with it for now, but I want to make sure that it is mechanically somewhat sound. I think I did order a correct master cylinder for the car, and I think that's going to help. There's not enough throw in this. There's two ways we could do it. We could lengthen a rod, or we could change the master cylinder.
Change master cylinder.
And then we need to fix this radiator. But short of that, I don't really think there's any other mechanical issues with this car. What's the plan here?
Well, I put duct tape on it.
Instead of electrical tape.
Yeah.
And 2 clamps.
2 clamps.
Oh yeah, that's going to fix it for sure.
Electrical tape can slip. This can't because it's stickier.
Yeah, I like it. The double clamp method will never fail. When you double clamp,
yeah,
you want to orient them differently. So you want the screw on this side. I don't know where my good timing light is, so I'm going to use this ancient Sears timing light and see if we can figure out, I don't know, why this thing is dieseling so badly. It's a very high compression engine. A lot of things will piss it off. Now, most likely, it's that the throttle blades are stuck too far open. I don't know. It's worth a look to see.
Oh, do you want to fix the vacuum lines?
Yeah, we got to fix these. Plug those back up. Those just blew right off, didn't they? Oh, I just unhooked the vacuum advance and it idled down like a lot.
Oh.
I wonder if that vacuum advance is stuck. That would definitely explain our dieseling problems. Too much. I can't read the mark on it. Oh, wait.
Out of gas?
Fuel filter's dry. Is it out of gas?
I bet it is. Yeah, we're out of gas.
Out of gas?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's probably half our problems. One moment while we refill you, sir. Look at the courtesy lights, by the way. Things are working again. Flushing and setting timing. I got to set it by ear because I can't. It just won't help me out there. Shut it down. No diesel.
Sounds pretty good.
Crank it. That seems pretty good. I might lock it in there. When I wrap it, it doesn't like to recover. It takes a second for it to keep going. And that's only a 600. I'm kind of wondering if we need more carb. Mostly because I didn't adjust. I set those floats up, you know, the way that it was out of the box. And that's probably going to be pretty conservative. This engine's going to be really thirsty and it needs that extra fuel level. I think when I'm wrapping it out, I'm probably sucking that whole carburetor dry with this thing. I mean, that is a nearly 400 horsepower engine, and that's not enough carb, technically, but it was free, so, well, ish. Free-ish. We're going to continue to try to flush this thing because the coolant looks rough. So, I've had it in this heater hose while we've been running it. Now we're going to move it to the back one there and run it some more and just thoroughly flush it as good as we can. That's what's killing it. You rev it up, the vacuum advance pulls in, and then it can't recover. Right now, with it unhooked, it runs 1,000 times better. I'll just get a distributor for it.
That's pretty good.
Is it venting? Sometimes they just hate these boat tanks. Had a little pressure on it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for the Toronado this time. I have big plans for this car. Stay tuned. What started off as probably an engine donor has turned into something I want to make something out of. I think, especially given the fact that the back glass mysteriously disappeared, some vandals stole the back glass and just got rid of it somewhere. Bastards. But whenever those vandals stole the back window, let me show you up close. See this? This kind of condemns the car. That side isn't too bad. But look at, there's not a lot left of this. So, what to do? What if you could haul 2 dirt bikes to the dunes with your Oldsmobile Toronado? That's what I'm thinking. But that's going to be for next time. I think we did good this time, and I call it mechanically sound-ish. I think we need a better fuel system, and I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and come up with a 750, carb of some kind. Either that or I'll have to jet this one up, something like that. But we can figure that stuff out later. I mean, otherwise it starts every time and it drives nice. What more could you ask for? Make sure you go to the merch site, please. That's what funds stuff like this. You guys are the operation here. Without your support, this can't happen. Buy a shirt, a hat, polebarnmerch.com. Join the Low Buck Club if you feel like members only live streams and early access videos. We got to go back to New Mexico this week. I got some work to do there and another car to work on. Mostly it's just like a family vacation, but we'll do something. So it'll be a couple weeks before I get back to this, but you're going to see it very soon. And I think you're going to like what I'm thinking.